Okay, photo shoots. This is a great way to sell clothing that is not in perfect condition. If you haven't thought of this idea, I encourage you to give it a try. Garments can be purchased for photo shoots either by the photographer who may keep a collection of items or for the person in the photos. A defect may not matter because it can be positioned in the photo so it isn't in the shot or, excuse me, it could be photoshopped out. So with the magic of Photoshop, now any blemishes or defects on an item can be erased. So like this girl here in this photo, there could have been something, a hole, a stain, whatever in this dress, and they just Photoshop it out. Photographers may keep these items in their wardrobes to offer to the clients to choose to wear in photo shoots. Right now, a trend is the lace dress. I got this off a blog where it's talking about how it is a portrait photo prop. It's cheap, flimsy, and pretty good in front of the camera. So that is why you are seeing this look a lot in the girls' senior photos. This is also called country fashion, and this style with the lace dress or skirt with the boots is very popular right now. So here's another example, sort of a farmhouse country look right there with the pretty lace dress. Colors are popular as well as white, so if you see something like this at a cheap enough price, even with a defect, you could flip it. And here's another one in pink. So this is definitely a fashion trend right now. Formal dresses don't have to be perfect. I really want to push you out of your comfort zone of thinking that everything has to be perfect. If you can get these things cheap enough and flip them for money, you'll become a believer. You'll do it all the time. So these long formal dresses with the beading that could be used for pageants, they're very expensive new. Could also be used in photo shoots, even if they're not perfect. So this is what you're looking for, is the very intricate beading. This is done by hand. It takes a lot of time and skill to do. So that's what makes the dress expensive, as well as the material. It might be made of silk, especially if it's 100% silk. It's going to be more valuable and would have had a higher retail price brand new. So you'll see all kinds of variations here. Something like this with a very sheer sleeve on it, you might see damage on the sleeve or the beading could have snagged it. Doesn't matter. They could cut the sleeve off and do something else with it. So if it's an expensive enough item when it was new, it could definitely be saved and altered or fixed somehow to be used again, especially in a photo shoot. So just a note, this is a high return category. I don't sell a lot of formal wear for this reason, and because these dresses take up a lot of room, especially the long ones. They're very big to store, and that's another reason I don't sell uh, like bridal gowns, because they're just so big sometimes. I don't have room to store all that. But selling them slightly damaged or defective is a lower risk way to sell in this category, because if you're selling it for a photo shoot or for theater or some other use rather than to wear to an event, then you are reducing the risk of it being returned anyway. So I'm just throwing this out there, encouraging you to try it. If you see something like this at Goodwill for $5, you could flip it for 50 maybe. Just keep that in mind. This is something else you could not leave behind that could help you make money. Now, a trend we've got going on at this point in time is the mismatched bridesmaid. This is a very popular thing because it just reduces a lot of stress for being in the wedding and for both the bride and the bridesmaid. If you look this up on Google, you'll see that the mismatched bridesmaid dresses are very popular, and there's a lot of information on how the brides can use this strategy in their wedding. So why would they do this? If you've ever been in a wedding where you've been told what you have to wear, and not only the expense of it, but you may have to wear some dress that's completely unflattering for your figure, or just looks bad on you, or you're very uncomfortable in, you will like this strategy. I was in a number of weddings when I was in my 20s, and some of the stuff we had to wear was just, god awful. Just, I don't know what these people were thinking. But anyway, some of them ended up being cut up and made into potpourri bags. But so each bridesmaid feels unique, and the dress flatters the individual's body, shape, and height. That's very important. You want your bridesmaids to be happy and comfortable at your wedding, and you want them to be in your wedding. Many people turn down the opportunity or the invitation to be in a wedding because they don't want to have to wear a dress that doesn't look good on them, or they're just not comfortable with the style that the bride has chosen. It may be too revealing. It may be made for one body shape and you don't have that body shape, whatever the situation is. Also, choosing different colors will have a great effect in your photo. So it doesn't look so uniform. Everybody can be unique and stand out. Also, the bridesmaid can wear it again. That's very important, especially if it's a more formal dress, a long dress that's expensive. They can wear it again at some other event. That was the worst thing with bridesmaids dresses, is that you never there was never anything else to wear it to, unless you happened to be in high school when you wore it, and maybe you could wear it to the prom, but that was about it. You can customize your bridesmaids' dresses depending on the location and height of your bridesmaids, meaning if it's a country wedding, you can have a more relaxed style. If you've got it at a country club or an expensive hotel, you can have a more formal style. Um, so you can customize that to the location. So here are some examples of real photos of the mismatched bridesmaid technique. And so you can see any of these dresses that you might find at a thrift store could be marketed with mismatched bridesmaid in the title. If you go on eBay, you will see titles with those keywords. Obviously, you're not going to put it on every solid color dress you find, but you'll start to put this together as you study this style and see that this is something else you can do on your listing. This is so this one here, the bride pretty much gave them the exact color she wanted. Said, go find a dress, a shorter dress above the knee length in this color. So they all kind of coordinate. This would be the jewel tone theme, where jewels are like ruby, diamond, sapphire, amethyst, actually what a jewel would be colored. So that looks good there. She probably said, we're going with jewel tone, and choose a long dress. And this is a specific hue. So you can see all of these dresses, except for the little flower girl dresses here, are different, but pretty much the same color, and they've all got the long dress. Or a color scheme. So here it looks like she told them to pick either coral or a pale pink, or maybe even a beige. And so that all coordinates really nicely. Again, we've got the long formal style here with the purple color scheme, or the shorter formal style, which is just at the knee, or a very much shorter casual style. So the country wedding is also very popular. If we go back to the lace dress with the cowboy boots, that is a popular look right now. And weddings are really becoming more and more casual, just because people don't want all the drama, all the fuss, all the hassle of planning a traditional wedding, as well as the expense. So these are all really cute dresses that could be worn again to something else. Okay, now we're going to talk about family beach portraits. This is something you see done a lot. I've got a friend my friend from high school, who is a graphic designer, and boy, she just puts so much time and thought into all her pictures every year. And they usually do a photo at the beach where everybody's color coordinated, and she plans this months in advance. So I know this is a thing that people do, and there's different themes. Very popular are the white, light blue, navy blue, and light khaki. So just keep this in mind when you're looking at these things, that this could be worn in a beach photo, especially the white with the lace accents like this dress here or this one. Um, just You don't want to put beach portrait in every single listing, but think about if it could be used for that. Then also you've got, this is a navy blue theme, so everyone's really coordinated there and looks good in that picture. And if you're a busy mom and you're trying to outfit your kids for this type of photo, you've got them all together at the beach, it's beautiful scenery, you want to take advantage of that. You're going to be looking on eBay or online to get their clothes, because it's just a hassle to take everyone shopping. So just keep that in mind. And then we've got the all white, white with khaki theme here. It looks like they're doing this right at sunset. So that makes a really pretty background, and the colors are just beautiful. So again, this lady here has a dress with some lace accents at the top, and then the girl has a cute dress here. So these are just some ideas to keep in mind. You're already in the thrift store, you're already at the garage sale, consignment store, wherever you are. The more you can choose to buy at that time to resell, the better, because you're already there. So these are just some ideas to help you think outside the box, use different keywords to attract a very specific audience to some of your items. So I hope that was helpful.